What's good? What's good? What's really, really good? Everybody out there, what's good with everybody? You know what time it is. You know what you're watching. And in case if you just don't know what you're watching, because I've been on all day, you are watching Get ready for the hottest online TV show. It's Let's Talk with Edigga, live in the studios of Charm City Direct TV. And now, your host, the man you all know and love, Edigga. That's right, good people. Let's talk with Edigga live in the studios of Charm City Direct TV. Make sure you go to the fan page of Charm City Direct TV at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. And you can head on over to YouTube at Charm City Direct TV. And it's a lot of and. You could go on over to Periscope and do the same thing and click on Charm and type in Charm City Direct. Hey people, what can I say? We doing it right here in the city of Baltimore. Despite what you hear about Baltimore, we got some good people and we are doing our thing. But we're going to travel outside of Baltimore this time because I got a young artist that's coming on and he's going to tell you all about what he does, his music, so forth and so on. I am excited because I get to talk to these talented people, and you're going to get to know them just like I get to know them. And I'm talking about none other than music artist JJX. What's good with you, bro?
Yo, what's going on? How's it going out there?
Hey man, we chilling. It's a little bit cool out here. It's still summertime, but it's a break from the heat. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, hey, I understand. Hey, I'm over here in Michigan. I can relate. You know.
That's what's up. Now, JJX, talk about your name, man. For people that know me, I am a man that loves names and logos. A unique name and a unique logo. I just absolutely love it. Tell the people out there your name, JJX. How did you get that name?
All right, well, JJX. My original name is JJ Evans, and that's actually my real name.
Okay.
How JJX came upon was it's basically like a message, like. I'm like telling you, like when it comes to entertainment, when it comes to, to hip hop, and when it comes to anything that I do that's music based, I'm telling you that I am not a slave to the industry. I'm not I own what I own. My music is my music. I'm not a slave. I'm not, if I'm working on something, I'm earning what I deserve. So, I'm pretty much just, like, just kind of like what Malcolm X did or what Cassius Clay's done, Muhammad Ali. They changed their name because, it makes them feel like they're not a slave. And we all know, the X means unknown, which I don't know where my original origins come from. So I said, instead of JJ Evans, I say JJX.
Now that's deep. That's really deep right there, man. And you're actually right. Malcolm X changed his name from Malcolm Little to Malcolm X because the slave name Little and Muhammad Ali just changed his name altogether.
Right.
So this is deep right here. Hey people, he's giving you some history. Y'all need to pay attention to this brother right here. How did you get into rapping, man? How did you get into music? Talk about that for a minute.
Basically, I got into music. It was crazy. I was spending the night at one of my best friends' house. His name was Kurt, and he's a real big music fanatic. Like, when I met him, he had his own studio. We were 13, 14 years old, and I was taking a shower at his house, and I was just singing in the shower, doing what anybody does. And when I got out, he was just like, "Hey, you can really sing. You like really good. You should join our choir." And I'm like, choir? You know, I was a hooper originally. Yeah, so I went ahead and gave choir a try, and I actually turned out to be really good at it. I was a tenor one, and then that I just realized, after that, he would always like to beatbox, and he would like to, mess around. So I would always just freestyle, and everybody around me would say, "Oh my God, you could really rap. You're really good at it. You should actually try to take it seriously, and you should sing too." I was like, I don't know, man. I gave it a try, and I gave it a try, and one day I just gave it a try. He kind of just dragged me in the studio, and I haven't looked back since. And yeah, now I do a lot of other stuff. I engineer, I produce. Yeah, I pretty much do everything.
That's what's up. Now, that's the thing that really captivate me about young artists, that they are not limited to just one thing, and I absolutely love that. How nowadays, when you hear people talk, especially if they are artists, they're not limited to just music or rhyming, as I would say. And that's kind of important, because nowadays, most artists, they got to go to the studio, they got to lay the tracks down, you got to get your tracks from somewhere. You see what I'm saying? But I feel as though that if you keep it all in-house, so to speak, you're a producer, you do your own, music. That's kind of important to an artist. What are your thoughts on that, man?
No, yeah, I agree with you. My whole argument about any and everything is, if you really want to do this music, if you really want to get into it, learn every little thing you can, because you'll never know what could actually take it there for you, what can actually give you that big break.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I agree with you on that. Like, learn everything. Let it all soak in.
Yeah, because there are some artists out here that, I watch them, and they saying, I need a studio, I need this, but I feel as though now one thing for certain, to get a new sound. You see what I'm saying? To get a different sound, you don't want all of your beats to sound the same. So
right.
With that respect, I can understand that. But if you are learning to do everything, I'm just saying you can save a couple of dollars. You see what I'm saying? That's my interpretation of it. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I love when I talk to artists, and when they say I produce, I do this, I do that. I commend them, because that is awesome. You're not limited to just one thing. So I commend you, brother, for, you said you sing as well?
Yes, I do sing. Yeah, that's how I started doing music, singing.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. So talk about the music today. Talk about, what's your opinion about music today? What are your good viewpoints? What are your bad viewpoints? What do you think about what you hear nowadays in mainstream music?
Mainstream. This new mainstream music, it's a problem. Let's just put it that way.
Okay.
In my opinion, I think it's going down south a little bit. There's some guys out there, they doing their thing, they got something to say. But then there's some of them, every time I turn on the radio, all I hear is the same 808s, all I hear is the same hi-hats, the same claps, and then I just hear the same mumblers. And then if I don't hear that, then I just hear Drake. Growing up, though, I never really was like a mainstream type of listening guy. I've always been underground my whole life. But but being a musician, I like to stay open-minded and listen to everything. And I just think mainstream hip-hop it's not hip hop anymore. It's almost like it's a different genre. You might as well just say it's like modern pop or something like that. It's not. It's like it's not where it's supposed to be. Like, and some of it is good music. Some of it, some of it is a headbanger. I'll party to it, whatever. But it's not hip hop. It's not where. It's not where it started, and it's not an evolution to it. Because to me, it's not really good music. It's not something I can party to and just sit there and bang my head to.
Okay.
And what are they talking about too? That's the problem too. Most of them just talk about doing drugs, a bunch of women. Back in the day, back in the 90s, when you get people like Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Tupac, even Redman or Cassidy, even, they had something to say. They were telling you, a story.
They had substance.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
These days, nobody has that. That substance. It's just, let's go pop some Xannies. Let's go do a bunch of women. Let's just get high.
Okay.
It's just, it's too trendy.
So what do you think that's from? I mean, everybody's talking about the same thing. The drugs, sex, money. Put it that way. Where do you think that comes from? In your own thoughts.
This is deep. Honestly, it comes from the wrong people. All right, it comes from the white man. Let's just keep it real. It comes from the white man. Basically, hip hop today is used against us, as to tear down the black communities. That's basically what hip hop is for. Nowadays, they promote these bad things. They want us to get high. They want us to sell drugs. They want us to think that you can get money by flipping a 10 bag of cocaine. They want you to think that these things are cool and trendy to tear down the black community. So you get these CEOs, these white CEOs that own big multi-billion-dollar companies. They get these little, they get the homies from the hood, and they say promote this, promote that, and tell everybody it's cool, and boom. And that's how it started. I like to say that started way back in the days from NWA even. Yes, they were telling this story, but also it was causing something. It was causing something to also destroy the black community, and the white man took advantage of that.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and I feel the same way. I think that some music, because there's also some music out there still today that has a message, but
right.
I strongly believe that some other music is definitely, especially within the music industry. I think that let's get them in. Let's try to persuade them to put out their message instead of the artist's message, because I just don't think that A&R is gone. A&R is gone from the music industry. Remember A&R, they had people to listen and really diagnose, and before they sent anything out, it had to pass A&R. I don't think A&R is there no more. So that could be a problem. And I really think that some of this music that's coming out now, man, that now that you think about it, is it's on the level of destruction.
Yes. Man, it's the problem with mainstream hip hop. That right there, it's just it's used against us. Mainstream is, it's mainstream. It's what everybody listens to. So that's what they're gonna promote that the most. That's why I'm more of an underground guy. They actually say something that I can relate to, or something that can make me want to do better. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah. This is deep right here, man. This is real deep. Now talk about your music. What's different about your music than anything else out there that people would make your music worth listening to? What is that factor? What is that thing about your music that people need to gravitate towards your music?
Honestly, I have to say it's the lyrics.
Okay.
It's the lyrics. Hey, my beats are fire. I love my beats. I make really good hooks. I can sing. I can sing my butt off. I've had multiple known Detroit rappers, tell me I'm one of the best singers to come out of Detroit. So like, but I have to say it's my lyrics because when you actually listen and when you hear what I'm saying, I'm telling you something. Like even in my songs where they just headbangers, where it's just a party song, I'm still giving you a message that you need to actually listen close to. I'm telling you something that could maybe help someone.
Yes.
Almost every song, that's what like for me. Either that or I'm just telling you my story. I'm telling you something that actually happened to me, and what I could have done better about it. Like it's the lyrics, and even when it's just a nice fun song, especially when it's a nice fun song. I'm giving you straight bars. I'm giving you just deadly bars. I'm just giving you those punchlines, those old school nice Redman, Eminem type punchlines. I'm really, really giving it to you. So I think, in my opinion, the best thing for me in music is my lyrics. I love my lyrics.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, talk about your influence. Who influenced you to do music? Like anybody in the industry, any artists? Who influenced you to start doing music?
It's two people that really influenced me to do music, and one is the guy I was talking about earlier that got me into music in the first place. That's Kurt. I tell you that man is God. He can do any and everything when it comes to music. He is multi-talented in ways that I've never seen out of anybody. Like if you do music, you want to be like Kurt. So I really look up to him, and he really took it there for me. So Kurt, and another guy is Jay-Z. I really do look up to Jay-Z as well.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, Jay-Z. He's another dude, man, that, again, he do more than just music. You see what I'm saying? He's he got his hands in just about anything. You see what I'm saying? He's always helping people. He's another dude that I consider, a pioneer, a GOAT for real, that he can step away from music for a while, come back and put out a hot album. You see what I'm saying? And still do his charity work, his work with the NFL, and just helping people, man. I think just recently he helped a family that was something to do with the police. Somebody was beaten by the police, and he's helping them to, with the case. He's bringing his lawyers in to help them, with the case. So little stuff like that from artists, it just makes me think, sometimes it's much more than music. You see what I'm saying? You got to step away from music sometimes to see the bigger picture, but yet know when to come back to music. So shout out to Jay. Your projects, man. How many projects you got out? What are you working on right now?
Oh man, I'm working on probably 5 different albums right now.
Okay.
I'm actually in the studio right now. I go to 2 different studios. The studio at my house, that's where I do my production, and I do a studio in downtown where I record. I'm actually in downtown right now working on one of the albums. Yeah, but lately, these days, I've been more behind the scenes, just been producing and engineering. I record a lot of people in the Detroit area, and I make a lot of beats for people in the Detroit area. That's where the money has really been coming in lately too.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, yeah, we can go on. Yeah, the notes in my phone. I got like 650 something songs written down, ready to go and record, and I got at least 13 albums on there, about 6 more EPs, but it's 5 albums right now that I'm currently working on right now that just I think is ready.
Okay. And where can people go to hear your music?
Oh yeah, you can go on my Instagram. Just type in just go on the search bar, type in it's JJX03, and yeah, the link is right in my bio. My Instagram page is currently on rebuild mode, so it's not any pictures or anything up. I do post stories, but but if you go on there, you can you'll see the link in my bio, and it has all of my music. It has everything you need on there. And yeah, I really don't have much music. I have a lot of music out on SoundCloud, which you'll see my SoundCloud link is on there. And currently, right now, the albums I'm working on, I'm gonna be releasing those all on major platforms. Actually, I'm releasing an instrumental EP next week.
Okay.
And yeah, also it's a nice little instrumental on there. I have 3 songs on there so far. We got a Big Break, which that was co-produced by me and my guy St. Eve, and then another song called 6 a.m. that was produced and engineered by me. So yeah, go ahead and check them out. Yeah, those songs are on all major platforms. Yeah, go on my SoundCloud too, because it's fire on there too.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what do you hope to get out of this, man? What your music? What do you hope to accomplish with your music and with the music that you provide others? Because that's also important.
There's 2 things I'm trying to do. One thing I'm trying to do, and honestly, I might get killed for it, just like Pop, Nipsey, Big L, ODB did. I'm trying to actually I'm trying to seek improvement in the black communities, and music I feel is the way I know how.
Okay.
That I don't know why that's the most important thing to me. And second thing is honestly just making a living, just being comfortable. Like fame, I don't it's not really much. I don't really care much about fame. I don't really care much about the jewelry and the cars, and I'm not really into all that flashy stuff. I'm actually a real basic guy. My image is a civilian. So, I just want to make a good, comfortable living, and I want to do anything I can do to help the black community. Like,
that's what's up.
If I can do those 2 things, I live the American dream.
That's what's up. And that's real important right there. Shout out or rest in power to Nipsey Hussle, who just recently passed. For doing just that. He wanted to build his community, and with the stores, with the entrepreneurial venture, the giving back to his community in the form of providing jobs for his people, and that's really, really, really important right there. It's sad that while he was living, that you don't hear anything about that until after he has passed on. Because they don't want you to hear. They don't want to hear about you while you're doing good, so to speak.
Right.
It's always the unfortunate, untimely passing of a person that you hear the good, and that always bothers me about that. Talk about that for a minute, because you just said you want to be that person to, give back to your community or provide for the black community. Talk about that for a minute. Why is that so important?
Oh, this is very important. It's really dangerous out here. It is. Like,
Oh yeah.
Like I was saying earlier. Right now, hip hop is used against us to destroy us.
Yes.
They're trying to kill us all off. They don't want us here. They don't love us. And that's it. Period. So we need that guy. We need that guy to give us that say so, and to actually try to build improvement. Because that's the problem. A lot of these people, they don't even want to hear that kind of stuff. They don't want to hear anything about improvement. They want to hear about ignorant stuff. And I was talking about that earlier too. You know, that's all people. You know, that's just what they want to hear. They don't want to hear something that might help you. They want to hear something that might actually destroy you. It's just fun while you're doing it.
Yeah.
And then that's the problem. As just that right there, we have to do better. You know, like for instance, instead of listening to gangster rap, they're talking about when they're promoting black on black murder, they're promoting black on black violence, which that's the number one thing that destroys our communities. They're promoting it.
Yes.
Instead of listening to that, you can listen to someone like Nipsey Hussle, or you can listen to someone like, Tupac, or you can listen to someone like Big L. Even. Those are people that, they actually was trying to, they were, what I'm trying to say, they were trying to build improvement, and that's what we need, and that's what hip hop should be used for.
Yes.
If it's not used to help us, like the country music do for these white folks, then it's going to be over soon.
Yeah.
It's going to be too late. And I've been saying this for the longest too. If you want racism to end, we have to come together first and stop that black on black murder, because that is the number one thing that is killing everything. And it's sad that the most loved genre in America right now promotes that.
Yeah. I said the same thing too, man. It's crazy that like what you just said, the most beloved and listened to genre of music does vice versa, and how country music is a more universal genre. It does what it does. I mean, I can't knock it. It does what it does. What can we? I guess the question is, how can that somehow be an example to what we're doing in our genre of music to get the message out there? We'll get a complete message of, the black on black crime, the communities being destroyed, the black communities that's being destroyed, just by music alone. So that is awesome what you just said. Talk about collaborations, man. Talk about who would you absolutely love to do a song with, and it could be more than one person.
Okay, I'll always say this. He's not my favorite rapper, but I just swear, if we was to actually get in the booth together, I swear we would tear things apart. I have to say that Schoolboy Q. If I went in the studio with Schoolboy Q, it would be something dangerous. Like, it would. I can just see it. It's gonna happen one day too. I can tell.
That's what's up.
Or he at least gonna get a drum sample from me or something. I don't know what it's gonna be. I'm gonna work with Schoolboy Q some kind of way, and it will be danger.
That's what's up. So Schoolboy Q, if you out there, if you listening, man, you got to collab with this brother right here. This brother right here is real deep, man. You got to do a song with the brother. Now let's talk about the something that I talked about earlier on Breaking News Live, one of my shows that I do earlier, and I was talking about the retirement of Nicki Minaj. What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, it happens. One thing about music too, you can love music and you can do it. You can love music all you want. It can all be about the love, but at the end of the day, you cannot forget it is a business. And just unfortunately for some people, it just doesn't last. That's why it's best to save money aside and make investments, because one day it's going to all be said and over and done. The flow is going to dry up. Somebody new is going to come along, and you got to have that plan B that turns into that plan A, so you can still eat out here. You know what I'm saying? Because I have a lot of respect for Nicki Minaj. If it wasn't for her, some of these female rappers we hear today would not be here. But but just sometimes it's time. Sometimes it's time, and I wish her the best of luck. I hope she really did set some money aside and made some investments. Sometimes it's time. And, there's nothing wrong with retiring. It's not.
Yeah.
It don't mean she fell off. I hate when people say that.
Yeah.
It don't mean she fell off. It just means that it's someone newer and bigger out there, and got to pass the torch. Just like basketball, for instance. Magic had to pass the torch to Jordan. Jordan had to pass the torch to Kobe. Kobe had to pass the torch to LeBron. Same difference.
That's a good analogy, man, right there. Yeah, I was talking about it today, and I said I don't know why people going in on her. I mean, she made the conscious decision to say, okay, I did what I could do. I've got the accolades. I think I made a nice substantial piece of money doing this, but now I'm trying to, start on my family. Something that, I want to build. I built my legacy, and I want people to see, or my children, for that matter, to see who I was while I'm still here. So I don't condone that. I mean, if it's time, and if it only that it's time. That's the thing. Nobody can really tell you it's time to hang it up or call it quits. So I commend her for taking that conscious effort to say, hey, this is it. I did enough. I want to start on my family. But that's not to say that she'll be back, though.
Right.
Just like Jay-Z. Jay-Z said after the Black album, that was it. And then he comes back out with 2, 3, 4 more albums. So there you have it.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hey, she could make a comeback. Hey, shout out to Nikki too. I got a lot of respect for her. She come over to come back, I'll be listening. But I respect her decision, of retiring. I heard a lot of people going off on her, going on her too. She fell off. No. She's smart. I would much rather see her retire than release another album and it flop.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. Hey man, another question for you. What do you see? Where do you see your music? Where do you see yourself in about, I say, like 5 years from now? What's your music, man?
Honestly, where I see myself, it's hard to tell. It can go either way. But where I would love to be is where I would really want to be in the music 5 years from now. Is I just want to be that guy. I always tell people I want to be like RZA, but I want to have the success like Jay-Z. I want to be that guy. I make the beats, I engineer the songs, and it's fire every time. I got the groups and all that. But I really don't rap that much. I really don't sing that much. But when I do, it's trouble. It's just whoa. It just blows your mind. I want to be that guy. I want to do everything. Success like Jay-Z, because I think I have long curly nappy hair, and Jay-Z has long curly nappy hair. You name another black billionaire that has long curly nappy hair, just that alone. I don't even have to name everything that he does. We already know what he does. But someone that can have his hair as free as he does, don't have to cut it down like most people do, and he's a billionaire, that is powerful. To me, that is very powerful. Just the way his hair is alone, that's powerful to me.
Wow. That's what's up. Hey, man, so with every guest that I bring on the show, I ask them to share some advice to the next person that see what you're doing, like what you're doing, but having trouble trying to decide what it is that he or she wants to do. So I want you to take this moment to offer some type of advice to the next person coming in. What would you say to that person to help them along the way to stop hiding, stop being shy, and step out on faith, as I would say? So, what's that advice to that person, man?
My advice to that person is, if you think you got it, if you really think that you have that ability to do something out there, if you really think that you're making some noise with whatever you're doing, you go ahead and do it, and you take pride in it, and you get any and every person hip to whatever you're doing, because you will never know. And always remember, it's not about luxurious lifestyle. It's not about fame and cars and all that. It's about making a living.
Oh.
And that is it right there. You know, whatever anybody and whatever they're doing, even outside of music, the goal is to make a living first, and then after that, be comfortable, live your life, and enjoy life. Don't be cheap. You know, be willing to make some investments, because I'll tell you right now, this music stuff is very expensive.
Very expensive.
Yes, extremely. And, you know, you got to be willing to be patient. You know, another reason why I look up to Jay-Z, he didn't release his first studio album till he was 27 years old. You have time. You know, you have time. You know, and it's okay to go outside of music to do something else. You know, you have an opportunity to go to school, go to school. If you have an opportunity to get a really fancy job, get that fancy job. Just put some money aside and release the music on the side, and something just might happen for you. Stay open-minded and remember living first.
That's what's up. I like that, man. Really like that. Hey, man, I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you for coming on the show.
All right, thank you for having me.
And much success to you, brother, because it's very competitive out there. But you strike me as the type of person that got your head on straight. You know where you're going. You're focused. You're determined. So this thing is definitely easy for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I do want to say that. Before you leave, I want you to tell people out there where they can find you again, where they can find your music. Also, for those people who are looking for beats, because I'm telling you, here, I don't know how it is there in Michigan, man, but here in Baltimore, there's a ton of producers, but like I said, everybody is looking for that different sound. So tell everybody out there how they can reach you, possibly collab with you, get some of your beats, all of that good stuff, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I was saying earlier, you can find me on Instagram at it's JJX03. My email is on there if you do want to email me. For anybody that's looking for beats, actually, right now I do this special. I've been doing it all year, and I've built a great clientele from it. I will actually sit there when you contact me. I will sit there, study your music. I will sit there, study your music, and send you 3 beats on me, for free. You put it on Apple, do whatever you want with it. Just tell people I made it, and we can talk business after that. So you can find me on there, email on there, everything is on there. Also, if you're looking for my music, you can also just go on Google. Just type in It's JJX, no spaces or anything. Just go on Google, and everything you need is right there as well.
That's what's up. So you heard it right here, people. He is Googleable. That's what I like. You know, you get on Google, type in a person's name, and the whole rap sheet just pop out of nowhere. That's what's up. I like that. That tells a lot about a person, because they made it. They accomplished. They're doing their thing, as I would say. Hey, man, again, I want to say thank you for coming on the show. We definitely going to be chopping it up soon. And I look forward to hearing from you again soon, man.
Thank you. Yeah, you as well, man. Yeah, thanks again for having me.
That's what's up. That's what's up, everybody. That was music artist JJX. Make sure you follow that brother. He had some knowledge. He was dropping some gems, man, for real. He was telling some truths, as I would say. Hey, if you would like to be a guest on Let's Talk with Edigga, it's real simple. Go send me, well, not me, my managers, that is. My managers, Perry Management, an email. telling them who you are, what it is that you do, and why you want to come on the show. It's real simple. Send that email to dperrymanagement@gmail.com. That's the letter D, Perry management@gmail.com. Make sure you send it. Make sure in the email you state who you are and what you do and why you need to come on this show to talk about your endeavor, your business, your upcoming event, your entrepreneurial venture, your vision, you name it. I want to talk to you. Hey, people, it's been great. As always, you've been great. Make sure you check out Let's Talk with Edigga live here in the studios of Charm City Direct TV every Friday at 8 p.m. because I get to talk to a whole host of people, and I want you to know these people on the first name and get a chance to know what they do and all of that good stuff. But you can't watch the show unless you go to my fan page at Charm City Direct TV at facebook.com/Charm City Direct TV. Like, share the page. Like the page to get all the notifications for all the wonderful shows. Also, go to YouTube, subscribe, and hit that little bell to get all the notifications on all the great shows when I'm live and on the previous show. And also on Periscope. That's right, at Charm City Direct. No TV. It's Charm City Direct at Periscope. Hey, I'm the man that you all know and love. This has been Let's Talk with Edigga. That's it. And that's all. I'll see you next time. Peace.